internet and a few other platforms such as Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, mainly Google and Yahoo play a crucial role. So it was Yahoo is the first search engine prior to Google, so which played a crucial role in driving business for many industries, for many business owners, right? Business owners. So Yahoo. Okay. So that's one of the search engine. Okay. So with emergence of so many platforms and its usage also drastically went up. Its usage. So everybody started using Facebook. Correct. So in one of the class we were discussing that marketing is all about building visibility, right? How do you build the visibility? If you have to build the visibility, you have to go to the places where there is the crowd. People cannot try to build a visibility for the product, service, or for themselves or for home, anything in a desert, right? So they prefer to put the hoarding in a very busy area, right? So same is the case here now. So when people realized Facebook is being used by lots of people, Google search engine is being used by lots of people, all the businesses realized that okay, we have to make presence so that we can drive business. But even these people, business owners, did not knew how to make the presence, right? So you know that there are lots of people using Facebook, Instagram, but how can you get business from those platforms? Correct. So that's why we are here today to learn all of these things. First thing is we are going to learn about the internet technologies, everything about the web and internet, the basics. That will be the core of this domain, digital marketing. And post that we'll be understanding various kinds of channels that are used in promoting the product or service, right? And then we'll also understand the marketing and selling aspects, and we are going to study about various kinds of tools used in promoting the product or service, correct? So for you all, so you must be seeing ads on YouTube, correct? So who is managing all this? How do they come? How are they shown on YouTube? And you must be seeing ads on Facebook, Instagram. So who is running these ads? Definitely, the business owner is not running them. There is some person doing this activity, and it needs certain amount of expertise. Expertise in both marketing, selling, and as well as the tool part, the features of the tool, right? And of course, person needs various kinds of other skills in parallel. Okay. See, if you have to be a digital marketer, good digital marketer, you have to understand marketing. You have to possess selling knowledge, and don't think too much about marketing and selling. It's something that all of us already know, right? We know that how a small kid sells stomachache or headache in the morning to the mom and bunks the class. That is nothing but selling. You all know how to speak, how to present yourself, how to pitch yourself when you attend an interview, right? That's nothing but selling, right? To an extent, we all know also about how we market ourselves. How to we build visibility, certain amount of visibility, right? If it's a function or event, we dress differently. We take some extra care about the look and appearance of us, correct? Marketing is all about trying to build a visibility for the product or service for the person themselves or whatsoever with some agenda or goal. If you are into a business, your goal is you're building visibility just to get more sales happening for your business, correct? Are you all following me? You're all getting it right. Today mostly it will be like at the very top level theory kind of thing. Eventually we'll get started with multiple things, implementations, right? Okay. Yeah. So any questions so far? Nothing. You all are understanding it, right? Right. Okay. So
Yes.
now businesses are looking for people who possesses all the skills. And obviously, see, as per my understanding, so marketing and selling skills are very easy to learn. It's comparative as compared to that of programming. By birth, a lot of us here could be a very good marketing and selling professionals. We are not realizing. See, for us, when we get designated as sales professional, we understand that's when see, we might underestimate. I'm not telling that you will be getting into sales. That knowledge is useful. If you are good with programming skills, even that knowledge is going to be super useful. If you're good with business analytics, even that knowledge is going to be useful in digital marketing. If you're good with writing, even that is very essential. If you're good with developing creatives, the graphics, even that is super important. If you are very good at speaking, even that skill is going to be useful in the digital marketing industry or domain, right? So digital marketing domain is the only. So if you're good at testing, That's very much needed skill in the digital marketing domain, but then you're not going to completely full-time work on it. It's something like a digital marketer role is a kind of a project manager role. A project manager should be able to get the work done from various teams, and he should possess that knowledge as well, correct? See, if he has to get the website work done as expected, see, digital marketers play a very crucial role. See, website developers doesn't understand what is optimization, what are search engine norms. Here, that's when a digital marketer makes his presence. He understands what is crucial for a website in order to show up on Google search results, and he accordingly guides the website developers. Take care of A, B, C. That's how we're going to optimize the website for search engines. He understands what is essential or needed to get into the market. A Facebook creative. He speaks to graphic designer and says, "Boss, I need a very good creative with so and so information." And he plans this marketing pitch as well for the creatives, right? So he does the testing. See, Google. See, I'll speak about this one scenario. So we were investing around 1.5 crore every month on Google Ads for Redbus. Their marketing, Google Ads, just not marketing. This is not complete marketing spend, just to show up on the Google Ads. Their spend was 1.5 crore every month. And so the kind of wastage that was happening before we take up this account, there was nearly 20 lakhs wastage every month. Okay, actually, I don't wanted to tell that, it was something else I wanted to tell. Suddenly, one particular month, they had 40,000 transactions dropped. 40,000 transactions dropped. 40,000 payments did not happen. From few lakhs of payments, 40,000. If each is making 500 rupees, think of the amount 40,000 into 500 rupees. That will be at least 20 lakhs, correct? So, what was the problem here? So, see, now the business owner thinks that there is something wrong with digital marketing. It was nothing was wrong with digital marketing. So, what went wrong was some of the functionalities issues on the payment gateways. There was some problem or issue with the payment gateways. One of the payment gateway was not working, and that's how there were 40,000 transactions dropped. See, now you cannot just always think of, see, people has that perception digital marketing is all about, first thing, the marketing is the negative thing. People think marketing is a door to door marketing. No, it's extension of your website development or building internet presence for your website. It's all about, and I have also seen people asking this question: is digital marketing an IT career? Digital marketing is an IT career. Okay, so digital marketing is an IT domain. People, just because of there is a marketing term, people treat it to be as something else. And ideally speaking, considering the kind of implementations or activities we do in the digital marketing role, there should not be any marketing term associated. It could have been a digital presence role or something else, a designation for the person working in that role. Okay. So now, see, perception is for people, the what they think is digital marketing is all about showing ads on Facebook and Instagram. That is just one part of 1% of digital marketing. That is just 1% of digital marketing. Digital marketing is vast. Digital marketing is vast, and before we get into the complete domain, we'll get started with some basic things, which we all must be hearing quite often, but we probably may not know what it means. Right? Are we good to start? Any
Yes.
of you has questions? No one? And somebody else has joined. It's Shravani. Okay. So Shravani, you are following it, right? Are you getting it? What we are discussing, I think you joined in between. Okay, no problem. Yeah. Okay. So you all have heard of terms like internet, correct? Correct? Can anybody here define what is this internet? Can anybody here define what is this internet? Okay, so I'll quickly take multiple jargons here. Let me go to our class notes. Okay, before that, I'll just quickly walk you through a couple of other things. Okay, so we are going to document. every single discussion that we're going to have on a daily basis. Okay, so I guess you all see the screen, correct? Do you all see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll be documenting every class here, whatsoever is being discussed for the day. Okay, we will start writing now if we are discussing anything that's not updated here. And second thing, so these classes will get recorded. Okay, and you will have complete access to all these classes for lifetime. Okay, and you are free to interrupt and ask the questions in between. Okay, so there is nothing as such. You should be listening, and at the end of the class you have to ask questions. No, there is nothing as such. You can ask the question immediately whenever you are stuck, you are not getting it. Okay, so sometimes what happens, you will wait and you will forget, right? Right, so yeah, so we will just try to understand couple of things that we quite often hear. Okay, so those will be something like, yeah, terms like internet, intranet, servers, internet servers, or servers web servers, and browsers, search engines, domain names, hosting, websites, right? We will get started with these things, and then eventually we get into the depth of it. See, why it is important to understand all of these things is because you are going to promote the product or service on the internet. It's not, again, you are not walking to any nearby supermarket or vegetable market and you will not promote the product. You are not putting any hoard on the roadside. You are going to do everything on the internet. That's why understanding these things is super important, right? Anybody knows any of these things? Okay. Feel comfortable. Okay, so the classes have to be like discussions. Okay, it shouldn't be me speaking and you listening. You get bored or you might fall asleep also. Yeah, anybody knows here any one of them at least? Will you be able to tell what it is? Domain name, yeah, please go ahead, madam. What is domain name? You don't must heard of it. Yeah, .com domains, .net domains, you just heard of it, right? Okay, let's get started with internet. What is,
Internet.
yeah, who is that? I'm happy. Yeah,
No,
please. Yeah, please, ma'am. Go ahead.
Internet is a very vast network that connects all the computers all over the world.
Correct. You are correct. Correct. Okay. So exchange of information between computers across the globe, any part from exchange of information is happening between computers which are in any part of the globe through a worldwide web. Okay. So what is this worldwide web? Did you ever wonder how is your internet connection working? So this web or network is basically optical fiber cables which are laid in the ground. Like you must have seen right in your streets. And again from those cables they raise a pole and from there they will drag the wire up to your house or office and they set up the modem router, right? And here it is a Wi-Fi environment, correct? So ideally if there is no Wi-Fi or whether there is a Wi-Fi, but these signals, so these data is getting pass through optical fibers and up to where it is going, it is a network. There is no one single direction it goes. See now these cables are laid across the country, not just country, from the border again it connects with another country and from there even they have that mesh built across their country, right? See, any information that you are sending is going through these cables. This is nothing but the world wide web. Like you must have seen, right, the spider web, how it will be connected, interconnected. It's not from one single direction, it's like from multiple directions. It's just a mesh or network, right?
Yeah.
So the exchange of information over this network, you are passing this information over optical cables, optical fiber cables from here in Bangalore, from Bangalore office to somewhere in Australia or Canada or UK or somewhere else. And now you would post a photo on Facebook, you will upload it to the internet server. And how are you uploading? That is nothing but again you are uploading to one of the domains, Facebook or Instagram or maybe your own domain. We will discuss in depth all of them. So now you are publishing, you are pushing up, you are posting a photo, and somebody from some other part of the globe will comment, nice, looking good, thanks, congratulations, something else, right? So they are interacting with your content or information which is being published from your computer, or whatsoever they comment, it's coming up to your computer. So the communication established or the exchange of information between computers over the world wide web across the globe is internet, right? And what is intranet? There is something called as intranet as well. What is this intranet? Are you all getting it? Did you all understand internet? It's nothing but
Yes.
exchange of information between the computers over the World Wide Web. World Wide Web is not just in this gully or in this office. It's across the globe. The network, the cables, optical fiber cables are laid across the globe. We don't know. We haven't. We did not really think of it. We have just seen people digging in our street, and we just call them. These people keep digging every once in 6 months, right?
Yeah.
Right. So these are laid across the country and to any part of. I mean, like it's connected across the globe, right? So the information is passing through this network, and this network is called as World Wide Web. Okay. And what is intranet?
It is a private network.
Yes. So if the same exchange of information is happening within a closed group of computers. So now within this office, we are sitting at this office now. Let's assume there are 100 computers, and exchange of information is happening amongst these computers only and not with the outside world. It's called as intranet, mostly over the LAN cables. Okay. So the communication within the closed network, within the organization or within the group, or it can be outside also, but it's limited. That is intranet, right? Okay. So next thing is you all must have heard this term as well quite often, servers, and
Yeah.
you would have heard this term as well. Server is down. What is this server?
It is a system in the computer that provides data or the services to the computers.
No.
Yeah.
And thanks for trying to answer. So server. Nobody knows what a server is. What is hard disk? What is memory card?
Storage device.
Yes. So they are storage devices, storage spaces, right? See, server is also a storage space, and still it's not called as memory card or hard disk because server has got different set of capabilities where it can exchange information with multiple computers simultaneously, and it can process the data. It has RAM. Okay, so it has the ROM. It can process the data, and it can simultaneously interact or communicate with multiple computers at a time. That is server. So now at your house or at your office, you can set up a storage space that can interact with multiple computers. Let's say all of your family members has computers. Let's say there are 10, 20 computers at home. If the information stored in the storage space can be simultaneously accessed or simultaneously can be uploaded to the server, basically they are capable of accessing that information or publishing any information that's needed to the server, storing to this server space. If they could just do this simultaneously, and if it has got some processing capacity, the RAM, the storage, it's not just a storage, it also has got processing capacity. That's called as server. And now, if you're connecting this server to the internet, it's called as internet server.
Yeah.
So now this information is not just limited to this house or office room. Now, this is getting connected to the complete world. The complete world. Uh, Give me 1 second, everybody, please. Hello, hello, hello. That's what. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. So if this server is getting connected to the internet, and if anybody can publish information to the server or anybody can access information from the server, then it becomes an internet server. Okay. See, servers maintaining itself will cost in lakhs. You maintaining a server at your office would probably cost in several thousands or lakhs also, based on the storage capacity and based on this processing capacity. And now think of internet server. This has to be connected to the internet, and it should be capable of handling lots of requests, right? So
Yeah.
ideally speaking, see, now if you want to build visibility for any information, see, businesses basically, if they have to build visibility for their product or service, they have to put it on internet server. They have to store that information. See, if it has to be shared to a known person, they will send it on WhatsApp, correct? It could be
Yeah.
a brochure, correct? Or it can be anything. Even if there are photos, they can be shared on WhatsApp or maybe over email. But if you expect something to be seen by the complete world, what should you be doing?
Connect to the internet.
So you have to put it in a place which is accessible for everybody. That is internet server. And who is this internet server and where is this available? So basically, even that's a piece of storage device, storage space, but it should be connected to the internet. And managing this itself is quite expensive and tedious task. You cannot do it. It's something like this. It's something like this. If you want to it's let's assume there is 100 acres land. A farmer is selling you. A farmer is willing to sell only this 100 acres land. He is not ready to give you a small plot 60/40 plot. No, he is not ready. But for you, you need a massive capital to develop this 100 acres land to plots. Correct? You cannot do that. Correct? So that's when a developer comes, buys this 100-acre land. He develops into sites. He takes care of electricity, drainage, everything, the water supply, everything, and he sells a small piece to you. Correct?
Yes.
Correct? Exactly. There are companies which are doing this service for us, right? So they set up this internet servers. Basically, they are setting up the massive storage spaces which are connecting to the internet, which are connected to the World Wide Web, right? And now they are renting out or selling out the small storage spaces for you. In another language, it's also called as hosting, right?
Yeah.
So if you are buying a storage space, you can store your content or information over there. You are putting on the internet server, but how do people access it? People cannot access it just because it's on the internet server. People cannot access it. So it's something like this. So when you buy a house, when you buy a plot from this 100 acres land, they will provide you the address, right? Or let's assume just because you have bought, now everybody, all your relation knows where is your plot. No, right? They will not get to know, correct? Until and unless you tell where it is located, correct?
Right.
Right? So now this plot will have some address, correct? North facing, south facing, corner plot, /A, /B, 123, something numbers at all, correct? The survey numbers, XYZ, correct? So same way, when you buy this hosting space, they'll also give you an address which is called as IP address. Correct? Now, have you seen Google Maps? There will be longitude and latitude. How many of you have observed that Google Maps?
Me.
Yeah. So there is a
Yeah.
longitude and latitude for any pinpointed location. It could be your house, your office, or right this moment where you are standing or sitting. Even that has got a geographical longitude and latitude, and that's nothing but the again address, some numbers. If you go to the maps and check it, it's going to be some number. So same way for your storage space, for you to access it, the hosting companies will provide the address. So that address will be usually something like this. If you have to access your storage space on your computer, if you have to access D drive, E drive, C drive, what will you do? You will simply click on this and you will go to the respective folders. Correct? You will go to the respective folders. Right? Now let's assume this is your storage space, or this is your storage space. You are very easily accessing it from the computer, but that's not the case with internet servers. So you will have a IP address something like this, 191.32.78.1. So when you type this, you will be directed to that address, and that's where you can store all your information or data. Okay, so usually when you purchase this IP address, the companies will provide you uh, the companies will provide you a control system, like how you are accessing a D drive or C drive from your computer. Same way, there will be a platform for you to access that. See, it's something like this. So you bought a new phone, mobile phone, and this phone obviously will have the settings section, right? Which allows you to control various kinds of things related to your mobile phone, correct? It could be increasing the volume or decreasing the volume, or changing the ringtone, or changing the theme, changing the, or maybe turning off the notifications. It can be anything, correct? So when you purchase the hosting, so they will give you same way something like settings, how the settings on your phone, same way that's called as control panel, okay, which is also referred as C panel. C panel, right? This comes with a lot of features and options, like how your mobile settings has a lot of features and options. And but then of all that, like on your phone also, you must have seen File Manager on the Android phones, correct? It's something like this. Look at this. Do you all see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So exactly the same thing. File Manager. Click on this, and so there are so many files, but none of this are connected to the internet server. So any hosting company, be if it is public underscore HTML, that's the folder connected to the internet server, and whatever you put will be accessed by people. Okay, so whatever you put in those folders, it will be accessed by people, right? You can upload any file that you want to the respective folders. Like let's take this particular folder. I can click on upload, and I can upload any folder from my computer, any file from my computer. And that could be my content management system application, or it can be simple HTML files, or it can be anything, correct? Right, you just remember up to here. We'll discuss the next steps. Is it clear for all of you up to here? So
Yes.
I just came to the hosting account, which I have purchased with GoDaddy, and it's not just GoDaddy, Net Hosting, Hostinger, Amazon, DigitalOcean. There are few tens or hundreds of companies providing you this hosting service. Hosting is nothing but a storage space which is connected to the internet. If you were just in need of storage space, your computer is enough. You want a storage space that's connected to internet, and that's why you are purchasing it. And you can put all your content or information in this folder, and we are going to discuss how do we build visibility for it. Okay, so how do we build visibility for it, we're going to discuss. Even before that, let's quickly look into it if there are any definitions to be uh, anything to be discussed. Yeah, we have discussed all this, correct? Okay, okay, now, okay, okay. See, now you all have to understand one thing. If you have to put the information that's accessible by the complete world, right? How do people access information? Through browsers only, right? What is this browser? What are browsers? What is a
Google is
browser?
the
A browser is an application, you call by any name, an application or software or a tool that establishes between your computer and internet. Establishes a communication between computer and internet. Now I want to access Flipkart. How do I do? Will I just turn on the voice command Siri here, and I will just say go to Google? Even that takes you to the browser. Correct?
yeah.
So browser is basically an application or a software which is helping you to connect with internet, or it's establishing a communication between internet and your computer. Same way from internet, it doesn't directly come to your pocket or to your wallet. It comes to the browser, and that's where you read the information. If you look at this, it's coming to the browser, or maybe it's coming Flipkart. It's not coming to in a postcard to my home. Correct? It's not coming to the postcard to my home. It's coming. It's showing all the information in the browser, right? You understood what a browser is now. Browser is an application or a software or a tool that's establishing communication between your computer and internet. And there are many such applications built by different companies, different people, and even you can build if you're a programmer, right? And that's what people do, and they build this, they inbuilt this with the mobile applications. Have you seen that ever? Mobile applications, you directly go to the app, not to the browser, correct? There is no browser and still you will be able to access all the information pertaining to. So this will be inbuilt for the mobile apps. You don't need separate browser. Okay. So few examples of browsers are Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Opera. There are many more. Even I don't remember. I don't know the list of all the browsers. But these are some of the commonly used browsers. Okay. So people quite often gets confused with browsers and search engines. So why do they get confused between browsers and search engines? Is I'll tell you that as well. See, now I am using a Chrome browser. So now look at this. My default setting has been changed to Google search. If you all could observe here, it's been changed to Google search. But if you have not done that change in the settings, it will just allow you to visit a website, not browse the search engines. Right? Now you are typing here. Let's take it as you are typing something like this here in the browser, and it has taken you to the search engine, correct? Now you are misunderstanding that your browser, misunderstanding, you are confused between browser and search engine now. So your browser will allow you to go to any website like this, and I'm going to google.com, and now from here I am browsing software testing versus same thing. Again you will see the same page. There's no difference. So I have just bypassed this intermediate stage of visiting google.com, and then from google.com, if you have to build visibility for your content, you have to put it on internet server. See, on internet server, you are not supposed to put any content just like that. There is a method or a procedure has to be followed, right? See, for example, let's assume none of us here knows English, and all of you know your respective regional language or vernacular language whatsoever, right? Now, if I'm speaking in English, I cannot really convey the things, correct? Correct? And if I have to really convey things to you, I may have to speak in the language which you understand, correct? Right, everybody? So I may have to speak
Yes.
in Kannada, Telugu, Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, correct? Different languages. So now if I have to communicate something to you, I have to follow a set of instructions or the rules or a particular language. That's the mode or medium for me to communicate the information. So same is the case here now. So if you want anything to be published on the internet, you have to use a language. You have to wrap your information. Have you ever seen the company selling chocolates without wrappers? If they sell like that, will you buy? You won't, right? So if they have to get into the market, if they have to leave a good impression in the market, if they have to protect it from the infections, the bacteria, virus, whatsoever, if they have to maintain the hygiene, they have to wrap it in the paper, right? Same way now, if you have to make any piece of information, your resume, let's take your resume, you cannot put it on the internet server just like that, a PDF file or an Word document or an image, right? See, for you, it's looking like that. You are uploading photo to Facebook, correct? You are uploading photo to Instagram. For you, you are feeling that you are just uploading a photo on the Instagram and it's showing to everybody. No, this photo is getting wrapped in HTML, hypertext markup language. Is the language that which browsers, internet servers, search engines understands. If I have to speak to you, I may have to speak to even only Hindi or Tamil or Telugu or Kannada or Urdu, right? Same way, if I expect any piece of information related to my business to be seen by the complete world, I have to put it on the internet server by wrapping it in HTML. Did you all get that?
Yes.
Yeah. So now I want to just put I am a digital marketer, something like that, into my server. Okay. So before that, let's do a small act. Yeah. So dedicated IP address. Do you all see that? 184.168.110.239 domain. Do you all see that? This is my
Yes.
address. See, ideally speaking, if I am uploading any content to my server, I can share this link to my friends to network everybody. Correct? Correct?
Yeah.
Now the problem here is it practically feasible to remember this number and tell to them? Even if you remember and tell to them, it looks so odd, right? They cannot remember. You cannot promote it, right? Correct? So that's when a new concept came into the picture called domain name. You will give a very sweet name to it, a nice name to it, and you will connect that domain name and this IP address. And now instead of you telling to your friend or to your network, it's 184.168.110.239, you will tell our website is flipkart.com, our website is amazon.com, our website is facebook.com, our website is learnandthrive.com, which is easy for you to remember, Learn and Thrive or 183.196 point something else like that, which is
Learn and
easy,
try.
right? So that's how the
Yeah.
domain concept came into the picture. You bought, see, this is the core of accessing any content on the internet, but you cannot really market or build visibility for your business. You need some name to it. That's called as a brand, and that's what people did it. They gave a name Flipkart.com and they linked it with this IP address. You don't have to type IP address, okay? And domain names, there is some authority or registry that's maintaining all these names. What is available, what is not available. Ideally speaking, you should not be paying anything for the domains. But then since this particular, I'm not 100% sure about, there is some authority, some registry body, there is some body which is maintaining the registry of domains. So Flipkart has been given to Saket, I don't remember what is that Pansal, some person. Okay, so Amazon is being reserved to this person. So to maintain this repository or registry or documentation, they are spending, and that's why for you, if they have to give a name to you, they will charge. They have expenses, right? They have certain kinds of expenses. Correct? Did you all get that?
Yes.
Yeah. So they have to tell this name is already taken by Jeff Bezos. This has been taken by some Bansal. This has been taken by somebody else. Correct? So to maintain that repository or registry, they have to spend, and that's what they are charging from us, right? And in course of time, the turned out has a business as well, and we will discuss that in the later classes how that has turned out to be a business. Okay, but one thing we understood is if we have to, this is now on the internet server, and that's why anybody can type this number or anybody can type Learn and Drive, and they can access the content or information of your business. Correct? Now I told you all, if you have to build visibility for your product, service, or information whatsoever, you have to wrap it in HTML. Now let's assume my goal is to communicate a piece of information, that is I'm digital marketer, some information, MERKETR, product manager, project manager, something like that. I want to communicate. Can I straight away go and put this on the internet server? No, I cannot. I have to follow the rules. I have to wrap this in the HTML. Okay. What is HTML? HTML is a hypertext. The full form of HTML is hypertext markup language. Some of you here might be knowing about it already. Okay. But anyways, we'll go through the basics. Hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language. Okay, so HTML is very easy to learn, which is quite interesting as well. It is fun as well. It's as simple as you playing video games, right? Okay, so HTML, to start with, see, you must have seen people will write goddesses or god name in the first page of the book, right? It's exactly something like that. You will write HTML to start with it, right? Okay, let me save this as and your HTML files always have to be saved as .html. So I'll save this as save as. Let me save this as. This is March noon. Okay, I'll save this as index.html, or maybe March. Sorry, March noon.html. Okay, Where am I saving this? Let me save it in downloads. So you must have seen .pptx, .excel, .csv, .html. So now we are indicating that this file is all about hypertext markup language, and hence we are saving it as .html, March known class. Save it, right? So your see now, since this has become an editor, your page will always start with HTML tag, and for every opening tag there will be a closing tag. You all got that? For every opening tag, this is a HTML page, and hence I am putting it as HTML, and there is a closing tag as well. I am putting slash HTML, and HTML has head and body section. Head and body section. So head section usually at this moment it's of no much use for us, and whatever we want to display, this goes in the body section. I'll show you when is head section useful. Body section. So now whatever you put here in this body section will be displayed to you on the web page. So now I'm saving this. I just saved it. Now let's go and open this file. This is March known class. This by default opens in the, see, I am digital marketer, product manager, project manager. You see that? So now this is your web page. You want me to prove that this is your web page? Let's do that as well. Okay. So for that, what I'm going to do is, anybody has any questions here? Are you all understanding this?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that's my website now. What I have opened it to you is my website. See, I can decide to put lots of information on this, right? I'll show you now. So now, since just because I have stored it on my computer, it's opening up here. Now I'll put it on my internet server. Okay. So where am I going to put that? So I have a website posted called as something like this, Kandra Digital, and I don't want to put that here. I don't want to put that here. Let's buy a new domain, marchclass.com, marchclass.com. Okay, we'll do that. Or you tell me any name, we'll see. We'll just explore and understand. Anybody has any name on your mind for a website? Pay attention to this, all of you. We have discussed how to. So this is going to be super useful when you want to start a career as a WordPress developer. Anybody has any name running on your mind? Would you like to check that? Huh? So this is where you can search and see if such domain exists or not, available for you or not. Marchclass.com. You can buy this at 1 rupee. Okay. So if you are buying it for 3 years, you will get it at 1 rupee for the first year. From second year onwards, they'll be charging 1300 rupees. So if you are buying it for 3 years, it's going to be 1300 plus 1300 plus 1 rupee. Or first year is 1 rupee, 1 rupee plus 1300 plus 1300. 1300 plus 1300 is 2600, correct? So now if you want to buy this domain, you have to spend 2600. It's not compulsory. You can just click on make it yours. You can go with just 1 year also. See, we are not just jumping into the digital marketing thing. We are understanding how a website is being built first, what is needed to build a website, right? And we are going to understand various other things. See, it's 2599. So let me delete this. In one of the class, this was added. Yeah, it's only March class, right? So now change this to only 1 year. It might cost you again 1300 rupees. Change this to 1 year. Yeah, 949. You see that? If you are buying it for only 1 year, it's costing you 949. If you change it for 2 years, 1798 to the left bottom. Do you all see that? Okay. See, I don't want to spend that much now. I have a different method of doing this. Let me quickly go to my control panel. If not, yeah. So what I'll do is I have already bought so many domains. There are some 15-20 domains already. I don't want to again waste thousands of rupees here just like that. So what I'll do is I'll just create one subdomain. Let me click on it. Domains. Okay. Click on it. Create a new domain to the right side, and my domain is going to be, you see that my.example.com. This is called a subdomain. You already have own a domain. So for now I will create something like this, or maybe march.cantradigital.com. Yeah, this is available. march.cantradigital.com is available. See, now a folder is dedicatedly getting created. My, sorry, something like this, 2024 photos, 2023 photos, marriage photos, birthday photos, right? Same way a folder is getting dedicatedly created for this domain march.cantradigital.com. Okay, so I'll create it. Already our domain is there, and I'm just creating a subdomain. Okay. Okay, domain is being created. If you go and check, it won't be accessible. March. You have created a folder, but did you save any photos in that folder? You have just created my 29th birthday or 25th birthday or 5th birthday or 1st birthday. Did you save any photos? If you go to the folder, it will be empty. So I went to march.cantradigital.com. It will be empty. It says 404. Forbidden. Okay. 403. So this indicates, see, we have got our language. If I'm asking you to your parents, are you at home? They will say he is not available, she is not available. We have got a language. They are using all those words. Servers has a language. If there is nothing on their folders, they will tell, they will communicate through a number 400, 404, 403, 404, right? So this indicates there is nothing on that folder. Okay. So now we are going to, so you all understand now this is a website, correct? Everybody? Yeah. Now here we are going to put our new website. Are you all getting it? Anybody has questions? So please stop me and ask the questions if you are confused. If you need more clarity on it, feel comfortable. You all understood up to here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody else seems to be, I don't know. I can't see you offline. I could see people here. Okay, fine. Yeah. So now what are we going to do is, I'll show you where this content is also there. Go to your C panel. Now we will have a march.canvadigital.com folder as well. So, yeah, file manager. Yes. So we are going to internet server public underscore HTML, and here on the hosting or on the server We have created a folder. It has to be the first home page. The front page will be index.html. Okay. So I have changed it to index.html file to this folder. And what kind of file I am uploading? .html, right? Click on upload, select file, select file. So where is this index.html? Wait. OTP. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah. So index.html, I'm uploading it. Just open. Done. Yeah. So now go check your website. See, march.canada.digital.com. I am digital marketer, product manager, project manager. Correct? This is what you had put. So now I'll do the changes here. Index.html. Yeah. So now you want some other details or information to be put here. Correct? So this is this is our first class and we are learning how to build a website. Let me save this and let me go back and upload it again. So I'll come here, overwrite existing file, select file. Did you all get? Correct? It's looking very ugly, it's not readable, it's not presentable. Correct? So now HTML is just used to present the content, and to beautify you are using something called as CSS, that is called as cascading style sheets. CSS style, STYLE, style sheets, cascading style sheets. So now if you want to present the content, you have to learn HTML, and if you want to beautify the content, beautify the web page, your HTML page, you have to learn CSS. And now look at this, I'm clicking on get started. All of you observe this. Everybody observing, right? So I'll click on this get started and see what's happening now. Let us look at here. So look at this get started. Now it is scrolling, correct? It is moving, and you must have seen sometimes the password is incorrect. The field is, the information is not valid. Use email ID. Do not use numbers. How is that happening on the website? That is again validated using something called as JavaScript. HTML is used to present your content, CSS is used to beautify your web pages, and JavaScript is used to make your website or web pages more functional, more interactive. Functional, I'm clicking on it and this is scrolling. I'll put a password, it says wrong. I'll click on add to cart and it gets the product added to the cart. All this functionality is taken care by JavaScript. Our website is built using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. A combination of HTML, CSS and JavaScript makes your web page or website. Did you all get that? So CSS, what is the CSS again? What are the cascading style sheets? It's again a scripting, yeah. So mainly this cascading style sheets are set of commands or instructions about the layout or presentation or whatsoever it is. Basically it takes control of your web pages, how they should look like. Okay. And if you have to see one of the CSS, I'll show it to you how they look. This is how a CSS looks like. At least HTML was readable or understandable, right? At least if you remove all of this content, at least your HTML test your HTML. See, it looks clean. HTML head section. Head section we did not put anything. Body closing tag. HTML and done. Correct. And now look at the CSS how it is. Will you be able to understand anything from this? So it looks like that, but when you start reading, see for you if you have practiced Kannada language, scripting, writing, Telugu or Tamil or Malayalam, for outsiders it looks very difficult. But since you have learned it from the basics from alphabets, and for you it's quite easy. It's something like that. So the moment you start learning it from scratch, it's going to be super easy. It's not going to be that difficult. And definitely here in this digital marketing training, it's going to be much time taking if you have to learn it. And if you are learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, that's not a digital marketing role. That's front end development role. Front end developer. Okay, website developer, front end developer. But we will build the websites. We are going to learn how to build the websites. Always there is a easy method, right? Okay. So, but then this is the ideal way of building the websites. If you have to build a beautiful website, you have to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. But then we are going to bypass this. We're going to use a easy way or easy method of building the websites. It's not ChatGPT. Okay. Everybody, is it clear up to here?
Yes.
You all understood how websites are built? Websites are built using
Yes.
HTML, CSS,
CSS
and JavaScript. HTML to present the content, CSS to beautify the web page, and JavaScript to make your web page functional or interactive. Correct? Okay. And this is must to build a website, right? And you must have seen sometimes websites will have the backends as well. They will build a control to change the information or contents. Correct? People say website backend, website backend. Heard of it? Something like that? Anybody? So websites will have, so now look at this. I have shown you a website. This one, correct? Now a website developer has built this website. I don't know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, let's assume. I don't know anything. Now if I have to change this content, where do I change? How do I change? Correct? So if even the developer has to change, he will have the file saved on his computer, index.html, and he has to make the changes here on this file. No, anybody can create. That's the main home page of the website. One second, it's not responsive. Now this page is there. You want to change a lot of things on this page. How will you change? You have to again rely on the person who has that skill, correct? Website developers or front-end developers, correct? And you cannot really bother them also or be dependent on them always to make all these changes. It's taking some time to load. Let's wait. I'm just closing this tab. Yeah. So now, yeah, so if you have to make any changes on the web page, even the small information change, spelling mistake corrections, everything, you have to rely on your front-end developer, right? He only has to, even if you try to do anything here, will you understand anything? No, right? So now what these people do is this person collaborates with somebody called as back-end developer. Okay. So, and they will build a convenience for you, a platform for you to handle all the content or information of your website. Okay, that is called as content management system. Okay, so basically this software, this tool is going to help you to change or modify the content of your website or to publish any new page. You don't have to create a page. Look at this now. Leading safe certification training. If you are launching a new course about cosmetology or dermatology, right, you don't have to write any HTML. You can simply go here. You just have to go to the courses, click on create page, and you just have to update or provide all the details or information, and automatically a cosmetology course will get created with all the information whatever you are going to provide. You don't have to write any HTML, CSS, JavaScript, correct? And a website gets created, and a web page, beautiful web page gets created, correct? And now this kind of convenience or this software or tool is built in one of the programming languages, one of the coding languages or programming languages such as Java, .NET. Not all of them, any one of them, correct? You can commute from institute to your home or from home to your institute either in cycle, auto, car, correct? Even chopper, I don't know. Okay, so same way you can build this content management system in one of the programming languages such as Java, .NET, Python, Ruby on Rails, right? Express.js, Node.js, correct? PHP. There are many such programming languages. You can use one of them and you can build all this options for your website. And since this is allowing you to manage content of your website, it's called as content management system. If any such software or a tool is allowing you to handle your customers, it's called as CRM, customers relation management software. If it is a tool or a software that's helping you to manage your employees, it's called as HRMS, human resource management system. So people are naming it that way. If it is helping you to manage all the invoices or the accounts, probably they might call it as invoicing software. Are you all getting it? Now this tool or software work is only to help you to handle the content of your website, and which is now connected to your website. WordPress and Magento are such softwares or applications which are helping you to manage content of your website. WordPress, Magento, Joomla, Drupal. There are many such open source content management systems. And Shopify is also one such content management system. You can just connect it with your domain, and that allows you to manage content of your website or build your own websites. Okay. Is it clear, everybody? So if you are discussing many things today, it's going to be a board class for you, right? So we'll wind it off for today if no one has any questions. And from tomorrow's class, we'll understand next set of things. We are going to learn how to build websites in WordPress, how to build websites using artificial intelligence quickly in 10 minutes. You can have your business website in just 10 minutes using artificial intelligence. We're going to learn that as well. And we're going to learn how to monetize or how to make money out of the skills. And then we will start with digital marketing. Okay. Is it fine, everybody? Are you all there? I want to hear from everybody before you all quit. I'm not sure if you are listening this class or just muted and aside, kept the laptop somewhere else.
No, we are listening.
You are listening. You understood everything today?
The second part was a bit confusing.
Which part?
I will practice this and then I'll come back to you tomorrow if I don't understand how to do it.
No. Which second part you got confused?
The website, how you have to make it more brighter and.
So that one we are going to use something called as cascading style sheets, CSS. Okay. So using that script, cascading style sheets, using these instructions or treat it to be as another language. Using that cascading style sheet, see if you look color, see
Yeah.
1878 times color is being used. So using all this, they are converting. We're going to convert the web page beautifully. But anyways, we are not going to learn that now. This is
Okay.
going to be an extensive different course called as front end development or website designing course. Website development, not designing. Website development course. We are not going to get into it, but then as a digital marketer, you have to understand how websites are built, and you should be capable of building the websites as well. And we're going to learn that easy way or easy method of building the websites, because
Okay.
not everybody comes with a technical background, right? See, I come from engineering background, but I haven't learned how to develop websites. So now if I need a website, what should I be doing? I have to rely on someone who does it for me, or I should be
Yeah.
capable of
Developer.
building by myself, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. So now if I have to do it by myself, I have to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all three of them, correct? Not only that, I have to also understand servers, a lot of things, not just that. And it's all going to be quite time taking, tedious. I'm not sure, I'm very unsure about this. Will I be interested in learning this or not? And think of the amount of time needed to learn all of this. Our mother tongues, after hearing for so many years, first initial 3 years or 2 years, then we will start speaking few words, and even till today, we bring in English words, and we don't know the actual respective word in our own mother tongues. And now think of this: how much time it would take to learn? Definitely not much time. Maybe 3 months of time should suffice. But how about your digital marketing learning? And who will be teaching this? Definitely, I'm not going to teach this because I should know, right? If I have to teach it, correct? So now look at this. Your web page is so lengthy and so much information. And backside it's looking like this. And to the front world, front side, how is it looking? Look at this. How is it? Right? Including the functionalities. When you click on enroll, it takes you to the payment page. Fill the details. Make the payment. Payment gateway. Use the card. Use whatsoever needed, and you can do the payment. Your card information, everything. Then click pay and payment will happen. So you will be doing this as well for your website. You're going to learn an easy way of building the website, including all of these functionalities. I'll tell you. You don't have to pay tax to payment gateway. They charge some commissions, negligible, nothing. Okay. Any service provider will charge, right? So for this training, you have paid, correct? Something like that, right? So yeah, anybody has. So I guess you got it right, madam.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but we don't have to get into that HTML writing. HTML, few things here and there. Learning is good as a digital marketer. CSS, you don't have to. JavaScript, you don't have to. Okay.
Okay.
But if you already know that, great, good. See, more the skills we possess, more valuable asset we become for the organization or for ourselves, right? And now, if you look
Yeah.
at the most of the websites that we own today have been built by me, because I know developing the websites. See, even this website has been built by me,
Wow.
and I have provided website building as a service, not just digital marketing. Okay, so this
Yeah.
website is fully functional. We get orders every day, so it's still loading. Okay, yeah. So you can build any such website by yourself, and it doesn't need coding skills and all. Yeah. So I have built it for many companies. Okay, but then we have a dedicated software development team in our organization where we build it this way, like how this has been built, not the easy way of building, because their requirements are different, and I'll be explaining in the upcoming classes why we did not build those websites easily and why we invested so much. And building a website like this with all the back end, front end, everything would cost you several lakhs, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs also. Something like this. Building a very detail oriented content management system. Basically, this is a software now to manage your complete training company, not just website content. This has got lots of things, even for the sales professionals, the calculators, and number of things. This will also tell you how many people are logging into this website. Where is the users? Well, not this one. Logs. So there are very many multiple things, beautiful things, and this has SEO also inbuilt. SEO is completely automated for this platform. Okay. Anyways, we'll discuss them in the upcoming sessions of classes. And I hope it was useful today's discussion. You all understood the
Yes.
basics of web. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to discuss a couple of them, couple of other things. So I'm going to share this document with all of you, whomsoever doesn't have access to this still. Okay. Right. We have discussed all of this now. Yeah, we are understanding what is needed to build a website. So this will help you throughout your life when you have to attend the interviews or brush up your skills. Okay. So we're going to learn this tomorrow. What is needed to build a website? Yes, we'll be learning first website building, how to build a website. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So can we wind it up for today?
Yes.
Okay. Fine then. Thank you everybody.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome. You are welcome. Shravani, are you there?